Know your customer, alternatively known as know your client or simply KYC, is the process of a business verifying the identity of its clients and assessing their suitability along with the potential risks of illegal intentions towards the business relationship. This term is also used to refer to the banking regulations and anti money laundering regulations which govern these activities. Anti money laundering, also known as AML, refers to a set of laws, regulations, and procedures intended to prevent criminals and disguising illegally obtained funds as legitimate income. Crypto, for all its attributes, promises one redeeming quality above all: to bank the unbanked and save the poor people in third world countries who simply don't know what a bank is but are sophisticated enough to understand the intricacies of cryptocurrencies. This meme to help Babatunde in Nigeria gamble on Binance or something, as if people in third world countries don't have banks, when in reality, the innovations in these countries when it comes to basic banking, such as sending and receiving funds via text messages and such, without the need for special apps or third party products, are superior to that of Western countries with their regulations and entrenched rent seekers. In truth, the type of banking these places need are higher order banking services. Things such as international transfers or the ability to hold foreign reserves when the integrity of the local currency collapses, as they often do in recent cases such as Venezuela or Zimbabwe. And therein lies the problem. And therein lies the problem. When I got into the crypto ecosystem, I did so because I wanted to trade forex markets and invest my funds into global financial products. But I couldn't because I'm not an American. Every company wanted a social security number, years of bank statements, and proof of address. These are things I could not get. And even if I could, the initial hurdle wasn't worth the bother. So instead, I invested in crypto because all you need is an email address and a password. I was unbanked, but now I am banked. All of a sudden, I could trade with people all across the world and do my business without asking for or proving anything to anybody. But all good things must come to an end, they say, because now in 2019, despite the multitude of companies integrating crypto into their platforms, an average person from most third world countries cannot open a Robinhood account or a Cash App account or a Coinbase account. Even local bitcoins, once the last bastion of access for people in the global south, stopped taking cash offers and started demanding passport identification. How many people do you know personally have a passport? All the memes about banking the unbanked is being thrown aside to chase institutional investors. Even in first world countries, if someone has to go through all the trouble of providing bank statements and proving income and shit like that, they may not bother. And you wonder why your bags aren't pumping. All this for what? To prevent money laundering, they say. But let me ask you, do you really think anyone with real money to launder has a problem doing it? No, they don't. Like the scenes in old gangster movies, they just walk into a bank. All this really achieves is to further push average, everyday people who just want higher order banking services away, further entrenching the global divide between the haves and the have-nots. Let me end this video with a personal anecdote. I currently don't have a Coinbase or a banking account. Why? Because they suspended my accounts, citing unusual activity, which requires more and more forms of KYC. My guess is that just with other companies out there, when I sign up with a West African ID, because I am West African, and then log into the exchange or app or whatever from the United States, they assume I'm being fraudulent. Because, people don't travel and live around the world or nothing. They're all just criminals trying to evade the system. And just like that, Godson is unbanked again.